Alright, hello everyone. So today I'm bringing you an article published by the Los Angeles Times, written by Ralph Vartapedian. So the go the article is basically reporting that scientists have found a mutation of the coronavirus that is more infectious than previous strains, although this new strain has appeared in February, migrated quickly to the east coast of the United States, and has been the dominant strain across the world since mid-March. Going back a bit, the new strain of the virus that has become dominant worldwide and appears more contagious than the versions that spread earlier. Okay, sorry, I already said all that. According to a new study led by scientists at Los Alamos National Laboratory. In addition to spreading faster, it may make people vulnerable to a second infection after a first bout with the disease, the report warned. Which is good to know, but this next part concerns me because it's more of the media trying to fearmonger with people. The 30-page report was posted Thursday on Oryx, a website that researchers use to share their work before it is peer-reviewed. So the headline already makes it seem like it's going to be pretty destructive or something of that nature. You should be worried about this. But the study hasn't even been peer-reviewed yet, and all the media is just going to be reporting on it, and it's going to make the people just kind of clamp down on not reopening the country. An effort to speed up collaborations with scientists working on virus vaccines and treatments, the research has been largely based on genetic sequence of earlier strains and might not be effective against the new one. Which again is good to know, but I just don't like the reporting on it, or at least the headlines. The mutation identified in the new report affects the now infamous spikes on the exterior of the coronavirus. So I'm guessing it's going to look a little different from now on, which allowed it to enter human respiratory cells. The report's authors said they felt an urgent need for an early warning so the vaccines and drugs under development around the world will be effective against the mutant strain. Whenever the new strain appeared, it quickly infected far more people than earlier strains that came out of Wuhan, China. And within weeks, it was the only strain that was prevalent in some nations, according to the report. The new strain's dominance over its predecessors demonstrates that it's more infectious, according to the report, though exactly why it's not known yet. So, good to know. The coronavirus, known to scientists as SARS-CoV-2, has infected more than 3.5 million people around the world and caused more than 200,000 deaths since its discovery last year, a far cry from the supposed 2 million that they reported on early on in the pandemic. The report was based on computational analysis of more than 6,000 coronavirus sequences from around the world collected by the Global Initiative for Sharing All Influenza Data, a public-private organization in Germany. Time and again, the analysis found the new version was transitioning to become dominant. The Los Alamos team, assisted by scientists at Duke University and the University of Sheffield in England, identified 14 mutations. Those mutations occurred during the nearly 30,000 base pairs of RNA the other scientists say make up the coronavirus genome. The story is worrying as we see mutated form of virus rapidly emerging. This is hard news, but please don't only be disheartened by it. Our team in the report contains regional breakdowns. Italy was one of the first, so some history going back, some reassurances and all that. If the pandemic fails to wane seasonally as the weather warms, the study warns virus can go under further mutations. It's going to go through more mutations no matter what. That's kind of what life does. It finds a way to keep going, so we can't be blindsided as we move vaccines and antibodies in clinical testing, Colbert wrote on Facebook. Some more stuff to create a little bit more panic. Here we go. Here's something. The Los Alamos study does not indicate that the new version of the virus is more lethal than the original. People infected with the mutant strain appear to have higher viral loads. But the study's authors from the University of Sheffield found that among a local sample of 447 patients, hospitalization rates were about the same as people infected with earlier virus version. Even if the new strain is no more dangerous than the others, it would still complicate efforts to bring the pandemic under control. That will be an issue if the mutation makes the virus so different from earlier strains. If that is indeed the case, it could make individuals susceptible to a second infection. It's possible the mutation changes the spikes in some way that helps the virus evade the immune system, said Montefiore, who has worked on an HIV vaccine for 30 years. It's hypothetical. We are looking at it very hard. So it's both a lot of good news and bad news at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Personally, I think it's good that so far it hasn't appeared to be more deadly, but that it is more infectious so that we can all reach herd immunity quicker that way, and maybe that it can even become endemic at that point. Well, on this part, I'd like to thank you all for joining me going through this article. If you enjoy my content, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And hey, leave a comment on how I can improve on further videos. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.